Hi, I'm Jacqueline Veek, Subject Advisor for Art and Design at Pearson. This short video is intended to clarify assessment in Component 2 of the Pearson Edexcel GCSE Art and Design qualifications. We will address common misconceptions and discuss how to manage the assessment of the period of sustained focus alongside preparatory portfolio work. When starting to mark your students' work for Component 2, it is best to follow the same procedure as you did for the Component 1 portfolio. You should adopt a holistic approach looking at the body of work produced in response to the externally set assignment theme, including all the preparatory work and the responses created during the period of sustained focus under examination conditions. It is important that you use the Pearson assessment tools to support your assessment decisions, which are the same as Component 1, and the assessment criteria and the standards are consistent across both components. First, you will use the performance level descriptors outlined in the GCSE taxonomy to establish a best fit performance level alongside the exemplars published in the exemplar gallery. Then you will move on to the assessment grid to establish a mark for each assessment objective. These are added together to calculate the total raw mark for the component, and each of the 4 assessment objectives has an equal weighting of 25%. A typical project from either component in any of the art and design titles will demonstrate development of their own ideas informed by research and analysis of contextual sources, AO1, experimentation, review, and refinement, AO2, recording, AO3, and the production of responses or outcomes, AO4. This is done as part of a holistic creative cycle where each activity is dependent on the others, and assessment should reflect this. Each center decides when their students start the preparatory period following the release date of the externally set assignment. This will be a significantly shorter time frame than that available for Component 1. While the time frame is much shorter, do remember that your students have the benefit of the skills and knowledge gained while learning and working on Component 1. Student work for the externally set assignment often has more maturity coming at the end of the course, with the creative journey showing more sense of drive and clarity. Assessment for Component 2 should be approached in the same way and considered to be an equivalent standard as Component 1. Component 2 concludes with a period of sustained focus. Again, each school will plan for this in a way that best suits their circumstances. For more information on planning sessions for the period of sustained focus, please see our qualification specification, resources, and bite-sized videos. When marking this work, you should maintain a holistic approach. Some students may have also produced outcomes as part of their preparatory studies. Therefore, when considering Assessment Objective 4, look across the body of work. Likewise, the work produced by your students in the period of sustained focus may have evidence to support other assessment objectives. The piece or pieces of work produced in the period of sustained focus contribute towards the marks for the whole body of work and have no extra weighting. No one single piece of work or outcome is expected to fully address or carry all the marks for a single assessment objective. For instance, for Assessment Objective 4, students may produce several outcomes during the creative journey in the preparatory stages of the externally set assignment. This work can also gain marks for Assessment Objective 4 alongside the main outcome or outcomes made within the period of sustained focus. The period of sustained focus represents the culmination of the project, with the intention to realize the project's aims, and is thus highly significant in terms of marks, but should not be seen as the sole source of assessment for Assessment Objective 4 or any of the assessment objectives. In addition, there are no penalties for incomplete outcomes in the timed test, and work should be assessed holistically across the entire portfolio using the performance level descriptors. The key to marking student work is to assess how the various elements of creative exploration feed into each other and cohere into a resolved, creative journey that explores an idea. Comparison with published exemplars in the exemplar galleries and study of the accompanying commentary should make this clear. For further clarification, advice, and guidance, please feel free to contact us using the support details on this slide. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to supporting you and your center.